Good afternoon, everyone. Thought I'd give you a bit of an update on the aquaponics. We have moved this over to there. Sounds like I need to put some more water in there actually, because that pump just sounded like it started sucking air. See, we've moved this over because what we're going to do is we've got a bathtub bed there, because otherwise there was not enough gap between that and the pool fence garden area. I've got it hooked up to that garden bed, so I'm going to do something different with the pipes, but this is how they're working at the moment. And we're going to put 2 more IBC beds here and here. Just got to get rid of those pipes first. Those pipes were from the pool heating system that was up on the roof that we took down because our plumber pointed out that if it got a leak in it, we'd be putting poisons into our drinking water. So and I'm glad we took it down because there were leaks in it all through it. It was shocking. So they're just pipes. The small conduit isn't electrical. It is just it's a water testing thing to test the temperature of the water, I believe. But it's not power. So we need to take those pipes out. They're not dug down far enough anyway, so it should never have been put there. But that was what the previous owner did, so what do you do? So we're going to put at least 2 more IBC beds, probably the 2 that are over there, which are basically the same design as that one, which are the ones that we had from the other house. So we're going to put those here. I might even be able to squeeze in a 3rd one. We'll just see. See, I'm really wanting to get the aquaponics up and running a lot more than it is. I'm planning on setting up some Dutch bucket systems as well. And I'm wanting to expand the duckponics experiment in there, in the pool, although it's not functioning as well as I'd like it to at the moment. But I think it's because the water is so alkaline, and it probably just needs more garden beds to be going through. So I've actually moved some of the plants around. Oh, the other thing I've done is I've planted some ginger in that bed, this bed. I put some ginger in here and some ginger in that bed, which leaves the other beds for me to put turmeric in. So I just got to remember where I've put it. We are having a small problem with this system at the moment. Well, it's not actually a small problem, it's actually quite a large one. The drain pipe that connects all the sumps is actually not working the way we'd like it to. So yeah, the water's not draining from that sump all that well, so that one keeps overflowing. So I've actually turned it off, all the beds to that sump at the moment, so they're all either going to that sump or this one. I might actually move that last, because I've actually just turned that last one off, which isn't good because the plants need water. So yeah, Gavin's going to actually adjust these pipes down here. We're thinking of just turning those T-pieces around and having a straight pipe there, so we don't have those so that'll basically take out 4 90-degree angles. So you've got one there, one there, one there, and one there. And I'm thinking that this section here is actually causing most of our problems, because what happens is it actually goes down and then it bends again into the actual system. So I'm thinking if we do something similar to here, how we've used the uni seals that we got from Rob Bob, if we do that and put that up into the side of the tank here somewhere, so around there, so that this isn't going down and down, it can just go straight into the actual sump. I think that will actually help alleviate a lot of our problems. So it's going to take out 6 90-degree bends, but it's going to be a fairly major change to the system. So yes, and I'm not quite sure when we're going to get that done. So at the moment we've got pipes going everywhere. Ideally I should actually have them all under the garden beds, but I haven't done that yet. I could do that. But I'm kind of wrecked at the moment after everything I've done this morning, because I've also planted out, that's squeaking is Matthew on the swings over there. I need to get some more wood chips over here. I need to get that raspberry planted and in a hole. So I really ideally want to get a hole put around there somewhere so that the raspberry can grow up it, because the raspberry's nice and spiky, so it works for pool fences. So yes, I've planted some comfrey here next to the Queensland spinach. I also put some pigeon pea seeds in. I'm not sure how well they're going to go. I've taken this passion fruit out of the aquaponics. I don't think it liked the alkalinity of the soil. I don't think it was the duckponics specifically. Sorry, the water. I think it's the alkalinity of the water that's bothering the passion fruit. So I've just got some lamandra grass in there at the moment that I've had for a while and been meaning to put in there. So that's in there. So I've also put some, Tyler gave me some capsicum plants, so I've popped them into the duckponics as well. These really aren't doing all that great, and I think it's again the alkalinity of the water. Because the water in the pool is incredibly alkaline, which could be because it's actually concrete base. It probably is actually. Or it could just be because it's only just gotten the garden beds on it recently, and there aren't enough garden beds, and there's probably not enough animal life in there really, because there's a lot of water for only a few goldfish. So I'm planning on getting some bristlenose suckerfish and some red claws. They're both really good at getting rid of the algae problems. Among with other things, they're really good at cleaning up the system. So I'm going to get some for in the pool and some for in the aquaponics. And hopefully they breed. That would be really great. So yeah, I've taken some chard that I had over in that system, because that system's going to get moved. I'm a little bit hesitant on moving the cabbage because they're just getting so big and they're doing pretty well over there. So I've put some chard over here. So hopefully it starts doing as well as the other chard. I'm hoping so. At the moment it's not looking real great. Sorry, just picking a stick up off the ground. So it's not looking real great at the moment, but that's partially because I ripped it apart. Because it was just one big clump of chard. It wasn't separated out in the other aquaponic system, so it had 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, cover it up with the lens. So 1, 2, 3, 4 plants all clumped together, and it honestly, the problem it had wasn't that it was clumped together. The problem it had was because that system's not functioning very well at the moment. It actually doesn't even have any fish in it, so it's only getting nutrients from the occasional feed that I'm putting in there, which isn't great. It really is a bit of a waste of a system, really. I should have it hooked up somewhere else, but it needs to be moved. But this chard is doing fantastically. We're eating stuff off that all the time. I was at the shops the other day and like 4 stalks of chard like that, just 4 little stalks. So, well, not little stalks, 4 stalks like that. It's like $6, and it's not even organic. I mean, this stuff is all grown spray free. There's no pesticides, no chemicals, no herbicides, no nothing. Just fish poo and worm juice, because these beds are going to be loaded with worms. They're going to have worm castings all through them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this chard's going to go. I possibly should actually take off some more of the older leaves to give it more of a chance. But I'll just see how it goes. So I need to transplant out some more of the lettuces. I'm still not quite sure what to do with that spinach. I'm kind of hoping it's going to flower and go to seed, so I'll end up with some seeds. But at the moment, with it up there like that, I can't put the shade cloth over here. And it's starting to get quite warm here on some days. So yes, not quite sure what to do with that one. But time will tell. We'll sort something out. So yeah, back to here again. So what I've planted over here is I've put some pigeon pea seeds in although I'm not sure how well they're going to go because some of them are quite young. But my pigeon peas are getting eaten by caterpillars. Very frustrating. Anyway, so I've got some comfrey in here, which is a great dynamic accumulator. I've also put some pigeon pea seeds, plus a pineapple, which is really spiky. The passion fruit out of the Aquaponics, as again, I think it's the alkalinity it didn't like, so I'm hoping that's going to recover. Time will tell. I put another bit of comfrey here. The raspberry, still waiting for it to... I'm really pleased with how well it's going. Not bad. I haven't grown raspberry before, so I've tried and failed because I haven't looked after it properly. Bane of my existence. I'm really not the best gardener. I'm dreadful at remembering to water things, which is why I like the aquaponics so much. There's another passion fruit. This is an unusual variety, this one. So I'll show you it more if it actually recovers from my taking so long to get it in the dirt. Another Queensland spinach. There's more pigeon peas around here. Another pineapple and another raspberry. I've still got another passion fruit to plant out. I'm deciding where to put the fruit salad tree plant. It likes more shade than I think I can provide for it at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. But yeah, so I planted out the pineapple, the pigeon peas, the passion fruit, the comfrey, and that this morning, and yeah, I'm wrecked. And I've still got to milk the goats. And check all the chickens. Oh, I've checked. No, I do. I still need to feed the chickens. I have collected all the eggs. There's always something that needs doing. And I've noticed this bed over here is really, really suffering from not having any water. It's really suffering quite badly, to the point where the aloe vera is not doing well. And that's a cactus. So I really need to... But the Queensland spinach is still doing well. It's got shoots all over the place. Even the cuttings that I took a few months ago, they're doing really well. I really love this Queensland spinach. I think it is just fantastic. And with it being something that'll grow in Queensland's hot summers, I'm really stoked. I think it's going to be a really great addition to the garden and to our diet. Really good for you, apparently. So I'm really... It created some beautiful shade here last year. So that's why I planted a lot more of it around, because it gets quite hot downstairs here for Mum. Because she gets the early morning sun. And if I can cool it off downstairs, all the better. But yeah, the pot nasturtium's not doing real great. Because this bed is just really not... It's really dry. So, I mean, it's got heaps of mulch on it. So I'm going to put some more mulch on it, but I don't water it. In all honesty, I don't water it. That kale's really looking sad. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. If anyone knows, please leave it in the description. That'd be great. Because I don't know what's going on with that kale. It could just be the lack of water. I don't know. Kale does fabulously in the aquaponics. So yes, other than that, this garden's not doing so great either. All the bok choy's all gone to seed, which isn't a bad thing. I've got a couple of beetroots in there that aren't doing real great. That kale's a bit sad. So now when I come down to clean the nappies, I'm actually letting the hose run there while I go back and sort stuff out. Oh, and I also did a time-lapse video of how the Oyas work. They're a clay pot that goes into the ground. And they dissipate water into the ground over time, so you can see it really well with this one. You can see the water beadlets beading up on that one. Unfortunately, that one is leaking, so I need to reseal the bottom a bit more. That one's doing really well. So that's what it does when it's in the ground, and that's why it helps to water the plants. And the one I did the other day, it's still doing really great. The mulberry seems to be very happy. I've had to refill this Oya 3 times, I think, since I put it in. I just topped it up today. So that mulberry's doing really quite well. sunflowers are suffering from goats, not lack of water. So I'm not sure whether it's actually close enough to be benefiting the mulberry too much at this stage, but the root structure on the mulberry will increase. So
it's close to picking time on this tree.
yes, there's mulberries on this tree.
I'll go check the backyard one.
Our family loves mulberries. It's one of our favourite food. So yes, this oil is doing really, really well. I've still got a lot of projects around the house, around the property to do. Constant, never ending. Always have something to do. It's never a dull moment, never boring. Sometimes just too much to do. Actually no, most of the time it's too much to do. But I am starting to feel a lot better. I need to take some more cuttings of this longevity spinach because I really like it. And it's not doing so well without water. It's actually started flowering, which I'm sure is not a good thing. So I need to take some more cuttings of that and stick it in the aquaponics. I've stuck a few around, but it's one of those things that I'm really going to want to have lots of. And it's also something that grows well in the Queensland summer, so it doesn't have a problem with bolting and all that sort of stuff, which lettuce does. So yeah, I might take a cutting of that, take all the bottom bits off and stick it in the aquaponics. I'll probably stick some multiples in the aquaponics actually. I think I did stick some in here. See if I can... I know I put some in the duckponics and it's died. Again, I think it's the alkalinity of the water. Fish do well in alkaline water. Plants, not so much. Oh, no, that's basil. Oh, here it is. There's a bit of the longevity spinach. So hopefully that cutting will take off. It's doing okay still. So yeah, really pleased with that. The sheep sorrel hasn't recovered quite so well from my manhandling it and breaking it apart. But he wasn't happy before anyway, so if it recovers, fantastic. If not, it's not a huge drama. I really don't stress over plants. And I've put a whole heap of beetroot seedlings in here as well, and spinach. And some Italian parsley. So hopefully these beds start really taking off soon. This one, I really should take those chives out and get all those roots out of that corner, because it's choking up the system quite badly. But it's all good. Anyway, any comments, questions or suggestions? Or if you just want to come over and push a couple of wheelbarrow loads full of wood chips around, feel free to send me a message and we'll organise a time. If you want any celery or spinach, I've also got that available for sale as well. Yeah, so $2 for a bunch, I think is what I've been going with. Although after seeing in the stores, I should probably put my price up to $5. Because even at Flannery's, the organic stuff was $6 a bunch. So yes, anyway, any comments, questions or suggestions or queries, leave them below. Remember to subscribe to keep updated with what's happening in the property.
And hit the notification bell.
Yes, hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time we put a video up. See? Anyway, bless you. Have a great day.